Hey guys, welcome back to another monthly games where I'll be talking about all the games I've played each month. So as a disclaimer, I've only played 3 games this month, 2 of which I completed and 1 is a demo, but that doesn't count because it's a demo and it only took me half an hour to complete. So the first game that I played and completed is an indie game, surprise surprise, called Georgiane or Georgiane, however you pronounce it. So it's a little indie game set in France where a little girl goes on a holiday to stay with her grandma, but there's a mystery surrounding it. It's a cute style, it's a cute little watercolour art style, looked very enticing to me. The trailer looked enticing with the art style and the fact that was very different. And you can make choices as well as have your own little scrapbook, so you can take pictures as well and have some collectibles you can collect in it. Make your own little journal, so that's very enticing. So this little girl, she goes back in time in her memories when she was a little girl. So she's an adult, but she goes back in time when she was staying with her grandma and what happened to her grandpa. There's a little mystery surrounding that. It's a very cute story. It just reminded me of when I stayed with my grandparents, or grandma at least, for a few summers, so that was very good. So it's a very nice little game. It took me 3 hours to complete, but then it was very, very fulfilling. There's no proper, you can make choices, but the ending remains the same. So it's like a little mystery where this little girl called Mimi can revisit her old memories, and so she can relive some of her memories, retrace her steps, and also gain some answers. So the next game I want to talk about is Want to Stop. So I completed it. It took me 2 weeks to finish. So this is the game that I kind of talked about last month that I was going to play and was very looking forward to playing. So it's supposed to be a cozy game, but really it's kind of a chore. Again, the art style is very... When I played it, I felt like I was high on something because the colours are very vivid. So it's about a ex-warrior who stumbles upon a woodland, a little shop, a tea shop run by a quite big-looking man, and she can't hold a sword anymore, so she can't wield a sword, so she is thrust into having to make tea in the end of the day. So you make all these different teas, all these different concoctions using this very extravagant, Willy Wonka style machine. And just fulfill all these duties for customers, and also all the while try to figure out why she can't lift a sword anymore. And the end of the game, you get why she can't be her old self again. You can make dialogue choices, but at the end of the day, I think, and like at the end is a brief change, I understand, of the ending. So yeah, I got the platinum as well. It's not hard. Some of it is hard when like growing certain kind of plants, which is kind of fun. It's a system, an easy system to get to grips with, but it's like a honeycomb on the floor. You plant different seeds on the like honeycomb kind of structure you do, and you can make so many different exotic plants and things like that. You can make coffee as well, and just different types of teas. It's a good game. I liked it. Again, I had high expectations going in, thinking it's going to be like a bigger game than it is. But overall, I liked it. I'm glad I bought it, which is a good thing. And has lots of layers to it as well, and has a good story as well. So yeah. So onward with the last game that I'm currently playing, and that is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So this is a childhood. I loved this game when I was a kid, and I finally picked this up at a market. £8, which is, I think, is a good deal. I had to buy it again because my last copy, I wore it to death. I think the case was kind of cracked. And I'm thankful this came with a manual as well. Still has a manual, and it's got, the disc is kind of scratched but it still works. So I loved this game as a kid. I put so many hours into it. But it is tricky, even though it's a kids' game, it is tricky and it's very faithful to the movies. It's obviously licensed and approved by the filmmakers, by Warner Brothers. At the moment I'm at Gringotts getting the galleon on the Gringotts ride, and it's very tricky. I get really frustrated by it. So that's one area I always got frustrated with as a child. That and the Quidditch training as well. It's the movement of the stick, of the analog stick, kind of tricky. But I just found it really fun when I was a kid. I was so happy when I got it. So yeah, that's the games I played this month. Not much, but at least I got a video out of it. So yeah, I'll thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.